1,000 goat loops. To weigh that up, that's easy maths, actually.
6.88 is the actual segment.
So we're going to say after today, you've run 6,880.
Coming back to the car park, it's always like 7.3, so, it's over 7,000.
Something so like magical about setting some sort of goal. I think like a personal challenge is a really important thing for a lot of people. There is so much to reflect on. Was there a moment or something in those 1,000 goat loops that's something that really stands out to you?
I mean, there's many moments,
Yeah.
of course, because it's been going over many years.
Yeah.
And I think this last probably 4 or 5 months has been the biggest part of it, with the build, with the fact that Scotty put it out there that it was a race. And like, I had every intention to get to 1,000, but in my own kind of time. So I was thinking, maybe like February next year, kind of thinking ahead and just kind of working out how many I was doing. And then of course, he just said it was a race to 1,000, and the guy's talking about it on the podcast, and I was like, yeah, I get it. But then he started to really put the numbers in. Just he was chopping into me, and I couldn't do a lot because a lot of time I was away at other events,
other commitments and stuff. Yeah,
and,
for sure.
And so that was a mental challenge that I had to face. The last few months has been probably the biggest challenge in terms of a race that I've ever done. For me, the ongoing mental challenge of every day, not only my own, but knowing what he's doing.
Totally.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then, again, I look at he's done 5 on a Saturday and 5 on a Sunday, and then goes back and does 2 more, and I'm not even on the Gold Coast. And I'm like, I can't do anything. We've had this great chat the last couple of days, and it's been really good for he and I to kind of debrief it, because we did play cat and mouse. It was a bit cloak and dagger. I didn't know his intentions. He didn't know mine. He did the math. I did the math. He was doing strategy. I was doing strategy. To the point where I've told a couple of people I would have dreams, and some people would say nightmares. Well, I had one dream one night where I was dreaming that I was running a 50 miler, 80 Ks, not on the Go Loop. And someone was going, why are you doing this? You should be on the Go Loop. And I was going, I don't know. And I was freaking out in my dream that I was running a race and not on the Go Loop.
That's nuts.
So it kind of shows you the mental challenge that it's been, not just the physical challenge. And of course, the challenge of going from maybe 50, 60, 70 Ks a week, which is kind of roughly where depending on what I was doing, and then to build to 100 plus, and then keep building, your body then has to, adapt. And so that was a real challenge for me to okay, now I'm actually tired every day. My body's, I'm not like, cool, can't wait to go run a Goat Loop or 2 this morning.
You're expecting, there's a lot of strain and stress on the body from getting up and doing that each day.
And to continue to build and not go, let's take 3 or 4 days off and let my body absorb that and then go again. I was just like, I've got to keep going. Putting into practice all of the things that I know to do about being consistent. We all know that the consistency is the number one thing, always, hands down. But then just being patient. Okay, all I need to do today is 2 Goat Loops. And then be present in the moment. Okay, I'm going to be here, I'm going to focus on where I'm running and just 1 foot in front of that and watch where I'm going and not zone out and not think about next week and no, come back. And the amount of times I had to say to myself, come back here. Just today this is what you got to do today. We've got to get 2 done today and do it well. And then we go again this afternoon. And
that's I think with our society we live in now, we've got social media, we're fed so much information daily, and we're thinking about tomorrow all the time, next week. It is so important when you're out running to just get grounded, focus on the present moment, listen to the birds, listen to the crickets, feel the wind on your face. And we've spoken about this before, both of us have gone through times of tough mental health. The daily practice of exercise is an important practice for both of us.
It's essential, right?
Totally.
Running for mental and physical well-being.
Totally.
Every day.
That should be your main reason why you're running.
That is the main reason, right? That is literally the main reason. And then, other events are cool. And I'm excited because I've built back physically, and I feel mentally I've gone to a place that I haven't gone before because I've had conditions and things thrown at me that I haven't had before. Again, using, Scotty is a big part of that. Had that not been part of the variable, it would have been a very different thing. Totally. He forced me, he's pushed me to have to build physically and mentally.
That's awesome, hey?
And again, he and I have talked about that at length, and I'm really grateful to him that he's done that.
I think that is a good thing to have in a friendship too. Like, you don't want your mates to always be pissing in your pockets and up honest and trying
being
to
super real, right?
and trying to bring the best out of you.
And that's what he's done. And again, we talked about that even yesterday. He said, I wanted you to be the first one to get to 1,000. No, he did, but
That's awesome.
But he also was trying to get there himself. And he said to me that there was a point where he realised he thought he couldn't catch me. And I said, but you didn't stop trying. And he said, no, I didn't. And I think a lot of people probably know, he did like 210 Ks the other week of just Goat Loops.
It's crazy, hey?
And I did 150, and that was my biggest week, and that wasn't even close to what he was doing. So he was unrelenting. But at the same time, he was championing me, and he was always wanting to run together.
So good, hey?
It was a race. It wasn't going to be like, oh, well, I'll just take my foot off the gas and let him catch me and we'll run it in together. It was like, no, I want to be the first, and so did he.
I'm going to ask you a question specific about the Goat Loop. Do you have a favourite section?
One section I've started to really enjoy because we've done it so much is after you've done that and you do the right-hand turn just before the quarry, it's really technical.
It is, yeah.
And so we have to really focus. Yeah. And I like that because it makes me go, all right, I need to really pay attention now and dial it in. And so I think just having to focus on that section, and you can't zone out.
Yeah, totally.
I actually like that. I'm like, I like this section because I really got to, it's almost like a little bit of a game. It's like, I've got to really focus through here and which line am I going to take and which rock am I going to stand on.
I guess like in the purest form, like that's why trail running is so therapeutic. It's taking your mind off things. You're worrying about rolling your ankle, tripping over, standing on a snake coming in the summer. Yeah. That's one thing. And I'm like, I almost stood on a brown snake at Mount Barney a couple of years ago, and geez, like every trail coming in the summer now, I'm like,
you're thinking about that.
I'm thinking about that moment. I won't hold you up for too long, but I feel like with what Batty and Kyle have done with Racing News, it's helping build community. And you running and this little kind of battle with you and Scotty and the Summer Goats, it's so essential for building good community and connecting with others. Yeah. What are some things that you think about, some great ways that we can continue building this awesome Gold Coast trail running scene?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of great races out there, of course, in southeast Queensland. But I think grassroots, so to speak, it's where it really is the best is just the one-on-one or going, hey, let's just get out for a run and doing it every day, like in the morning, and creating those groups. And like you said, like that community where it's like, we talk about networking, but it's truly networking. And I love like sitting in the car park here and then someone coming up and having a chat to them and asking them their name. You run the Goat Loop, or what? And it doesn't have to be about the Goat Loop.
Yeah, exactly.
But then end up just connecting with them. And I've met so many new friends this year that I've run with. Jackson Grigg, for example, like I probably didn't know him at all. Yeah. Maybe heard his name. And now we've shared some really great time on the loop together and built a really good friendship, and that's for me what it's all about, is having those moments, meeting people like yourself, like how you and I met, and building really good bonds of friendship that are really healthy, because again, what we talk about mindset and, doing it for mental and physical well-being. Yeah. And then you find like-minded people to jump on and do it with. Yeah. It's what I've talked with Scotty and the boys about. That's what life's actually, I feel like, all about. Yeah. We're not escaping life. This is the real life out
here. Connecting with the country, connecting with our friends, here with the good and the bad times with your friends. And I'm so happy to be part of a community with this so much good energy. And
make the effort to just, when you see someone, just like chat to them.
Totally.
Car park here going, what are these guys doing? Yeah. Are they coming for a loop with us, or are they, like...
Yeah, like the more the merrier, hey. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Ben, for sitting down before the run, and appreciate the friendship we've had over a couple of years, and I look forward to many more trails and runs and good chats with you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Cheers, dude. Let's go run.
Let's do it. That's good.